Welcome back to the circus that is the Westminster bubble. One of the problems that we have that this video is going to expose is the toxic culture that we have, the partisan culture that creates an environment, a very dark environment in British politics, that if certain people oppose something, the other side will simply support it just for the sake of it, or vice versa. So right now, because DUP in Northern Ireland and the European Research Group, ERG, the Tory Brexiteer MPs, are rejecting Rishi Sunak's Brexit deal, the Labour Party and the left-wing parties are now uniting behind Rishi Sunak and Jeremy Hunt. They are now supporting the government on this issue simply because Mark Francois announced this morning that ERG is against it, the DUP and the leadership said they're against it, because until yesterday, the Labour Party was still on the fence. Until yesterday, they were not passionate supporters of this agreement. Let's go to this interview between Sophie Ridge and Lisa Nandy that they discussed this issue.
Look, I think it's a step forward, and we will support a step forward. As I said a moment ago, Rishi Sunak is prepared to go and start cleaning up some of his own mess. We're certainly not going to criticise him for that. And there's
Wow. Absolutely wow.
no question that this is something that is now urgent, it's incredibly important, and trying to remove some of that friction, some of those barriers on the island of Ireland has long been our priority. We think that
you do realise that the new Windsor framework doesn't actually solve the problem. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people, like Liz and Andy, they genuinely don't know anything. They claim to. Some people say, "Oh well, these people are evil," or "These people they have their own agenda." On certain issues, maybe, yeah. But most of the time, don't give them too much credit by giving them the respect that they are villains, that they are so competent and evil. They have no idea about anything that's going on in Northern Ireland, for example.
government ought to get on with it. We hope that vote passes, and we hope that Britain can now start to look to the future after 13 long years of drift and decay under this Tory government.
Oh, okay. Why do I know? Just shush. Just stop it, Lisa. All right. Firstly, this is not the official position of the Labour Party, mainly because they have repeatedly and until even now have been saying that if they are in power, they might not publicly and proactively rejoin the European Union, but they have said that they want to push for a closer relationship, which means supporting the Windsor framework, which is not even perfect, it's very flawed, goes against their own agenda. If they want to get closer to the single market and customs union, the whole of the UK, then they cannot support the Windsor framework, because the Windsor framework essentially only allows Northern Ireland to be in the single market and customs union. So this is the whole thing is a complete lie. They are directly and publicly lying to the British public, and they're saying in such a nice way that Sophie Ridge and Sky News, when they interview them, they just let them get away with it. Interrupt her, scrutinize her, hold her to account. When she says that sort of nonsense, ask her about what the Labour Party just said half an hour ago, that they want closer relationships with the European Union. Because Lisa Nandy just said, well, we can just move things forward and ignore what happened in the past and go forward, basically. That's not what you guys want. We know that's not what you want, because you've already said it in your priorities, in your pledges that you keep changing every 10 minutes. But they get away with it every single time. The media, they do their own spin. And if it was even Tories, because even the Tories are not conservative, but even if you're a Tory politician on Sky News or BBC News, they will be grilled on even the tiniest thing that they would say that if the media doesn't like. But the Labour politicians continue to get away when it comes to scrutiny. That's the sad thing about British politics. Anyway, I thought I could react to this interview quickly as well while the topic is still hot. Tomorrow we're going to have the key votes on Wednesday, 22nd of March. We're going to do a live stream on this channel reacting to the developments as it happens. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.